what's up, everybody? This is Geek Out Corner, and I'm Bear, and we're getting back into part 4 of my walkthrough. Now, this is going directly more into the walkthrough of the game itself, more than what I've done in the past, beginning episodes, where I was kind of getting into Souls-like with Lies of P, or Souls and Souls-like games with Lies of P. This one, we are going to be tackling 2 bosses, the Mad Donkey, which is a mini boss, and the first Stalker boss that we come against, and then the chapter 2 boss, which is Scrapped Watchman. I'm going to show you some mechanics that revolve around summons. You don't need to use summons, however, summons do make it easier, and I'm going to show you that. And then once that happens, we're going to go ahead and get into some P-Organ discussion, and I'm going to go over how the P-Organ works, what you can do with it, and how many phases you get within your first playthrough, and how they build on each other. But for that, let's get back into this. All right. So we're good there. Now there's going to be 2 puppets down below. We can run past them if you want the ergo. You can go ahead and fight them. But you don't need it. See, they turn right back around. All puppets will be...
You've got a lot to answer for. You know what caused the puppet frenzy, don't you?
Now you get his weapon much later on in the game. He could be a difficult opponent for the first time, because he is fast. However, he also has a delayed attack. So you'll see what I mean by delayed attacks, right?
You're the devil's puppet. You can't sneak past me. Die!
So let's
see. Or a nightmare? Stop showing up already.
See how they are delayed, where he winds up. And if you can get behind him and do a fatal attack, now, mind you, we're in Butterfly's guidance, so it is definitely something that is easier to do.
Are you a dream or a nightmare? Stop showing up already.
See, that would have taken off and Orm almost killed you. And then one more backstab, one more fatal attack from behind.
Dream or a nightmare? Stop showing up already. I demanded the truth. Now I feel bad for my comrade.
Finally, we meet, son. It's a dream come true. Seeing you like this. I understand why some people despise me. I invented the puppets after all. I should take responsibility as their maker. But in order for me to do that, I need to take care of the puppets at City Hall. Won't you help me, son? Take this. You'll find it most useful.
Alright, so our maximum number of pulse cells will increase, and that's going to happen a couple of times through the game. And now, when we look at our bag, we have 4 pulse cells instead of the 3. So, let's see.
Hear all about your experiences, but now isn't a good time. Use the Stalker's key to open the bridge door. Then get rid of the frenzied puppets that have seized City Hall. We'll catch up at Hotel Krat when you're done.
So, what we have to do now is get through and beat the Chapter 2 in-boss. And go from there. It's a small little area before the chapter. We get an additional upgrade item. We're able to level up twice.
So about that weapon assembly tool you were talking about. If you find any more weapons, let's try using them here.
See, this is where we're going to be able to start mixing and matching, right? So that's a B in advance, B in motivity. However, one thing I like to do with this, we can go ahead, because it's a bashing, it's a blunt weapon. Electric coil, police baton. Now, even though it has the aspects of, say, things you would want from advanced with the electrical buildup, you're going to be able to use it on a motivity build. You can create it. Then you just go through and equipped it. Let's go ahead and level up. So we're going to get 18 there, 9 here. So we're doing really well. Coming to the end of chapter 2 at level 22, which is phenomenal. See how that electrical damage was building up? Now, the electrical damage makes it to where you take more damage itself. Unlike other attributes that build up, fire, where you're continuously taking massive amounts of damage. Now let's just take care of these guys. Let's open up this shortcut just because we're going to fight an elite beforehand. And that elite is going to give us one of the first things that we need for one of the side quests. Did I get everything else? Yeah. Let's go grab this item. Ah. That just tears me up. There it goes. See how much more damage that went ahead and dealt?
Oh no. No survivors here. What do we do? Just give her that baby puppet?
So when we get to her again, I will go through. I just want to grab this item here real quick. And I broke his sword. Let's get this. I believe it's... No, this is an amulet. Yeah. Puppet Destroyer's Amulet. So, we're going to put that on. Puppet Destroyer's Amulet actually does it to where you inflict more damage on puppets. I don't know the precise percentage, but it is something that we can do. So, as I said, there are things that are summons in here, and you can use them during boss fights, or certain boss fights, and you will always be able to tell that you're fixing to come up to a boss fight that allows summons with this thing right here. It's our, essentially, summoning pool. It's a summon specter. We got 10 Stark fragments. You just crush one of your star fragments and you go from there. Now, I've always been big about going at full health, right? Going with everything available to you. So, I just come back here because we have a shortcut. Now, this will tell you again, you can go here to the inside of the house on Elysian Boulevard, go back to that lady, hand over the puppet, but I want to go a little bit more in detail about how you handle that and what you do with it a little bit later. And hopefully I'll be able to do that in this episode. Just run on by these guys. Now these guys will avoid me once I get up here. Right? They despawn. They lose my attention because I'm right before the boss. What do I want to do anything? $1,000, 1,300, 1,700. Not bad. Alright. Opens the door. And we go for our second major boss. Let me... See, I missed that block. He's mad at me. Didn't see that. Damn. That's what I'm talking about. Come over here. It's going to have a little circle. Now, if you see the Spectre, he has a specific weapon with him. That weapon is the boss weapon. Every single time that weapon is the boss weapon. We have a new core. Now, there is this shining thing over here. Yeah. The whistle that we needed for the other beginning quest. So let's go ahead and run on over to, because now look, you have both these, you can talk to people right here. Let's go back to the hotel first. Once we've done the hotel, we talk to Eugenia and we talk to Geppetto. Depending on how much time, we'll go ahead and complete the 2 side quests. If not, we'll go ahead and do that in the next episode before we start chapter 3. So Eugenia's way over here. She's got something special for us.
What part you got there? Come here for a sec. I picked up traces of high-powered energy originating far away. That's one mystery solved. Why don't we make a Legion arm with it? The puppets...
This is our second Legion arm, Fulminus. Fulminus does an electrical charge. So, it does an electrical bolt type thing, like a little ball that flies out, and the further you power it up, the better it gets, of course. Normally, you can have all of your items, all of your Legion arms completely leveled up by the end of New Game Plus 2, which is 3 full playthroughs. But I like my puppet string more. Now let's go upstairs, talk to Geppetto, and he's going to access the next things that we can start leveling up once we find those items, and you'll see it here in just a minute what I'm talking about. So right over here would be where we'd normally go, but we got to talk to him first.
You've returned. Forgive a sentimental father for worrying about his son. Always remember, my friend. P organs are the source of your powers. Collect quartz to get the strength you need.
See, and that's our P organ. It's our heart. But quartz is essentially added into it that has an ability, and I'll show you here.
Remember, the hotel is the last. Be careful who you tell about this place, especially if they're stalkers or alchemists. Be wary of dangerous people. And always.
So your P organ has specific slots, and I'll show you that here in just a minute. So you start off with phase 1, and again, by the end of this playthrough, you'll be at phase 5. Or you can be able to have access to phase 5. Base game, I believe there are 28, 29 different quartz that you can get. And then an additional 6 through the DLC. So the first one that I always suggest doing is increase pulse cells 1. So now you'll have an additional 1 pulse cell, giving you 5 pulse cells to use to be able to heal. Now these slots are going to be the attributes or the abilities that you can get from them. So you have attack type, survival type, ability type, and item type. So item types let you have better effects with consumables, throwables, Fable Catalyst, and Legion magazines, increased ergo, reduced prices in stores, things of that nature. Your ability types have a very range kind of support aspects to it, such as Charge Legion when eliminating an enemy. So you get a little bit of a Legion charge back when doing that. Survival type. This is more or less lowering damage in certain aspects, making it to where your blade or your weapon sharpens faster and things of that nature. And then of course attack types is just going to be what it says. Now if you notice, this one has 2 slots that you can use. With these slots, let's say that you're activating a new phase or a new area in this P organ, but you only have enough for 1 slot. You still have that ability, you just don't have the full aspect of that area for the pulse, for the P upgrade, for the P organ upgrade. So let's say that I want to go ahead and do increased stagger duration right here. We'll do that. So I only have 1 in there, so I have access to the increased stagger duration. I do not have access yet to the full pulse cell. To get access to the pulse cell, we have to have all slots filled. Now, when you're doing this, the first 2 phases, you only need 2. The third one, you need 3. The 4th and 5th one, you both need 4 quartz to make it completely active. Now, you can only have 1 per type. So if you notice, everything here is grayed out. So let's go ahead and go for the next one. Let's take a look and see what we're going to do. I want more Legion charge, so we're going to do Charge Legion while eliminating an enemy 1. Now you have access to both of those little abilities, as well as having filled up that completely, now have access to an additional pulse cell. All right, so
get from City Hall to the factory with the key I just gave you. The city of Krat. Ask me.
So look, just make sure you go through all the dialogue.
I don't know what I'm hearing.
This is going to tell you about all the areas that you will be going to for the first part of the game. Now, just so you know, you can buy more quartz, up to, I believe, 4 once you have his entire goods store open with finding things through game. You can be able to buy a total of 4. All right.
Welcome to.
You can buy 2 right now for 2,800 apiece. Those are good. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Or do I want to? I can still get, you know what? Let's go ahead and take care of these first. I will decide if we want to use the ergo that we have, which is quite a bit, 7,800, I believe, to buy more quartz or just put them in levels. You can do either or. And again, you can always come back and buy it later. You can be able to buy it until the end of the game. Or to where you finish the game and go into New Game Plus. But let's go ahead and take care of what's going on with these guys. Back this way first. Is it this way? No, let's go this way first to get to Toma. I believe Toma is this way. No, he's not. He is this way. You can just drag him over here. See, easy peasy. Now remember, if you don't want to take any damage, go up here and take on that guy. Yeah, you gone.
If only we could play together like Murphy.
Okay, now what you're going to do, once you've gotten his attention, is go over here to your collectibles. You'll see, or is it, no, they moved that over here now. Recollections. You'll see Faded Whistle. You'll use it.
Hey, I know that whistle. Thanks, I miss Zach and Sophie and Eric.
So, did you lie to the kid? Yeah. But there's reasons for that, and I'll explain that here in a bit. We are getting close to that 30-minute mark. Let's take care of this lady first. So while we're here, let me go ahead and just kind of go over the reason why you're going to make certain choices. So there's the good ending, the bad ending, and then the true ending for the game. The good ending is you tell nothing but truths. Or that technically gives you a bad ending. The good ending is you do a mixture, but more truths than lies. You're kind of just, you didn't become completely human, to say the least. And then the true ending is, what was the most humane thing? So this lady right here is going blind and is dying from the petrification disease and just wants to see her baby. You're going to hand her the puppet and she thinks it's the baby. It is your choice whether you tell her that it's a cute baby or if it's just the doll. If it's just the doll, you don't get much from it. If you tell her that it's a cute baby, you get a record and your humanity grows because you're giving her the last remnants of hope for her. That is why it's important to really think through your choices sometime. Like, I'll show you.
I could sense her from miles away. Please let me hold her there. What do you think?
See, she's a cute baby.
That's right, kind one.
Now you got your first record. See? You got your first record. We're going to go ahead and use up all of these. We're going to go take care of some stuff at the hotel in the next episode. Now that we are going into the next area, I want to go ahead and do some leveling. And actually, at the beginning of the next episode, you'll see how I'm going to level it and me buying the quartz and putting them in there and you seeing how you can be able to use these quartz abilities. But again, thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. This is Geek Out Corner and I'm Bear. If you want to see me stream live, I am on Twitch at Geek Out Corner. Talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one.